Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be telling you how you can get 3,000 plus ring power in one single day of playing ROTR. The number one thing I want to talk with you guys is the buffs that you get in the first 24 hours of playing ROTR. These buffs help you a lot, and they get you more stamina, and they get you a lot more other things. For example, you get a minus 50 death rate for your soldiers, so when you rush a tile, it's a 50% chance less of losing more troops, which is very good. That means you can hustle more tiles, you can gain more power quicker in the first 24 hours. After those first 24 hours, you might want to slow it down a little bit because more troops will be dying and dying and dying. And in the first 24 hours, there's also a bit of a stamina reduction, which is really good because you want that stamina reducted, and you want to be able to hustle more tiles. It's all about hustling at first and getting as much power as you can and as much resources. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the dominance. The dominance skill in the ring is very important. It gives you extra tiles. Now, I was saying earlier that you want to hustle as many tiles as you can, but there is a certain amount that you can do at each level. Now, a lot of people want to delete their tiles, which you can do that. You can delete your tiles, delete a lower power title for a higher power title, which is even better, but there's a perk that can help you with that, and that's dominance. Dominance is a very good perk, and that can just increase your tiles by 10 every single time you upgrade it, which is very good and was probably the dominant way right now of getting the most. Now, this is the third most important thing. You want to always make sure that you're using your stamina. Always burn your stamina. Always hustle those tiles. Burn your stamina on tiles. Sweep mobs. Do everything that you can. Take more tiles. If you have to do a mock battle, if you have to do whatever you can to make sure that you get as much stamina out as you can. The more stamina you use, the better, and the more hustling that you're doing, and the better chances that you're just going to get more power than everyone in the server. Now, remember, you are supposed to be the dominant in this server. You're supposed to be the dominant in your server. That way everyone will obey you and they'll follow all your commands, and no one else will have anything to say because they're just too low of a player to do anything. Now, I should have put this in the starting of the video, but I really don't feel like going back and editing it. But this is probably the most important out of the whole video. There is currently right now a bug that you can go and place your own tiles on other people's tiles. Now, the game reads it as your tile or a tile, and that you can place your own tile next to someone else's tiles, which is really cheap and which is really good. So you can definitely use this as your advantage. Make sure you take advantage of this and use it as much as you can in early game, because you never know when they're going to fix this bug. Now, one of the last tips I want to tell you guys about is your Mentham medals. Your Mentham medals are very important. You want to make sure that you save those up at all times. And if you don't know what Mentham medal is, I'll show you now. If you go into your Mentham and you go to Rare Treasuries, up top it's Mentham medals. You need to save these up all the time and always do ×5. Never do ×1. One time I did ×5, and I got even better rewards. I got a wizard that is very rare. As you can see, if I go in here in the commanders, I have a wizard and he is very rare. He's purple, which is also a very good wizard that, not a lot of people are going to have early game. So I easily got this advantage now, this good support character that can help me out at all times, just in case I have PvP or stuff like that. And just another commander to throw around to hustle all those tiles and to do good with. Now, my second to last tip has to be the ability points. Now, your ability points are really, really, really important. Say you were to go offline or something, or you're going to go to sleep, you need to use your ability points. Your ability points allow you to gather, or you can even mock battle. If you're slacking on commander XP or things like that, you need to make sure that before you get off, you do a mock battle or you gather. Your ability points are very rare, and as you can see, these ability points have time on it. These are pretty premium, and they're pretty, important, that to the point where you don't get an unlimited supply. You have to wait over an hour just to get one more back and to do things like that. So never use it until you have to go to sleep or things like that. You're going to go do a party or something. Just make sure you use it at that time. Never use it when it's not needed or when you're just going to go off for a couple of minutes and stuff like that. It's not important at those times. Those are really just for when you're inactive and you're not able to play. You just throw something quick on real quick and you call it a day. Now, the last tip has to be the tips, in fact, in the tavern. There's a couple of guys standing around, as you can see, that has tips. They give you a large amount of XPs, and they even give you some commander respect, which is very good. You don't always get a lot of respect things, and you can just come in the tavern anytime and just accept a quest real quick and put any commander to it. But as you can see, I have all my commanders out, so what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get out and start recalling some of my commanders home. That way I can do those tips. Here I am telling you guys to do it, and I don't even have none of them done. But tips are like really, really, really important, and it's just another way of mock battles. They do take a long time, usually around 30 minutes to 3 hours, but it's worth the XP. Like, that XP is pretty good, 10,000, and they chip on 60 respect. Like, that's too good of a deal. You can't give that up. Thanks for watching the video. It's really appreciated. I hope that you hit that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I did get a lot of tips from my friend, and shout out to my friend, thank you a lot. It really means a lot to me for this. This is just, how to get a lot of power in a limited time. You don't have a lot of time, and those buffs are so useful. Buffs are really, really, really useful at all times.